Hello, everyone. Welcome back to my channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before starting the video, please subscribe and keep watching for more detailed videos. Monica's funeral was supposed to be a solemn and heartbreaking goodbye, but in true Quartermaine fashion, nothing ever goes the way it's planned. The church was filled with mourners, friends, and family. Tracy stood stiff and proud in the front row. Ned kept glancing toward Olivia for support, and Brooklyn tried to keep her emotions under control. Every eye was on the priest as he began to speak about Monica's decades of resilience, her love for her family, and her unmatched contributions to General Hospital. And then it happened. The heavy wooden doors creaked open, echoing across the silent hall. A figure stepped inside, cloaked in shadows at first, but soon the faces of the Quartermaines grew pale as the intruder made her way down the aisle. The murmurs began to rise. People gasped. Who was bold enough to crash Monica's funeral? The woman walked slowly but with complete confidence, like she belonged there. Her eyes scanned the crowd, lingering on each shocked face, and then she lifted her chin and declared herself. She said she was Monica's long-lost sister. The room erupted. Tracy almost fell out of her seat. Ned muttered under his breath, and Brooklyn whispered, "This can't be real." No one had ever heard of Monica having a sister, let alone one bold enough to appear at her funeral. But the stranger didn't flinch. She introduced herself as Evelyn, claiming to share the same father as Monica, and insisting she had every right to be present. The Quartermaines, notorious for feuding over everything from board seats to family inheritance, were stunned into silence. Monica had always been private about her upbringing. Everyone knew she had endured a difficult childhood, but she never spoke of siblings. Evelyn, however, claimed she had spent years searching for Monica, only to arrive too late. She claimed she had been robbed of a chance to reconcile, but she wouldn't be robbed of her rightful place in the family. Then came the twist that froze the entire room. Evelyn revealed that she had paperwork documents she claimed proved her connection not just to Monica, but to the Quartermaine estate. According to her, Monica had left no direct blood heirs, and as her sister, Evelyn was entitled to stake her claim. Suddenly, the grieving atmosphere turned into a battlefield. Tracy rose to her feet, livid. She accused Evelyn of being a fraud, another opportunist trying to manipulate the Quartermaine fortune. But Evelyn only smirked, as if she had anticipated the resistance. The Quartermaine mansion has always been a character in its own right, the beating heart of the family legacy. Every marriage, every betrayal, every fight over ELQ has passed through those walls. And now Evelyn was declaring it hers. She claimed Monica had spoken of her once, had even hinted at reconciling, but Monica's death had forced her to step into the spotlight. Evelyn said she deserved not only a seat at the Quartermaine table, but control of the home itself. At this point, Olivia tried to intervene, asking Evelyn to step outside and talk privately, but Evelyn refused. She wanted everyone to hear her claim. She wanted the entire town of Port Charles to witness her arrival. She wanted to shake the very foundation of the Quartermaine dynasty. Michael sat stiffly, watching closely. He whispered to Willow that this could spiral into an ELQ disaster, because if Evelyn really had legal ties, she could try to upend the company itself. Ned clenched his fists, seeing his role as CEO threatened yet again. Brooklyn looked terrified. She had just fought to protect her place in the family, and now someone else had appeared out of nowhere to potentially snatch it away. The crowd outside of the Quartermaine circle whispered furiously. Anna gave Valentine a sharp glance, and Valentine raised an eyebrow. It was exactly the kind of chaos he could exploit. Diane, ever the attorney, quietly pulled out her phone, already planning to investigate Evelyn's claims. Even Sunny, seated near the back, studied the stranger with a mixture of suspicion and curiosity. The longer Evelyn stood there, the more she gained confidence. She described Monica as a brilliant doctor, a survivor, but also as a woman who carried secrets. Evelyn told the mourners that Monica had once confided in her, back when they were both young, but they were torn apart by circumstance. She claimed Monica had always wanted to tell the truth but never had the chance. Whether her story was true or not, she spun it with conviction, enough to plant doubt in the Quartermaines' minds. Tracy, refusing to let anyone overshadow her, launched a tirade. She accused Evelyn of being nothing more than a con artist who had read Monica's biography and was using grief as an opportunity. Tracy declared that no outsider would ever take the Quartermaine mansion. Evelyn calmly replied that she wasn't an outsider, she was blood. The tension nearly erupted into a brawl right there in the church, but the priest begged for order. After the funeral ended, the Quartermaines gathered at the mansion, and of course Evelyn followed them. She refused to leave. She insisted on walking through the halls, touching the photographs on the walls, gazing at the portraits of Edward and Lila as if she had some unspoken connection to them. Brooke Lynn whispered to Chase that this was insane, but Chase reminded her that if Evelyn's claims were true, the law might side with her. Evelyn didn't waste any time. She made it clear that she wanted the mansion itself. She said it represented her right to finally take her place among the Quartermaines. Tracy, furious, declared she would fight Evelyn in court until her last breath. Ned warned Evelyn that ELQ was off limits, but Evelyn only smirked, saying she was more interested in the family home. She said the house belonged to her by right of heritage, and she wasn't going anywhere. In the days to follow, the Quartermaine home became a battleground. Lawyers were called. Old documents were unearthed. Rumors spread across Port Charles about Monica's supposed secret sibling. Some believed Evelyn. Others thought she was lying. But the truth remained uncertain. What was undeniable was the chaos Evelyn had brought into the family. Brooke Lynn confided in Lois, worried that Evelyn would tear the family apart. Lois tried to reassure her, but even she admitted that Evelyn seemed determined. Ned began pulling strings at ELQ, trying to prepare for any corporate fallout. Michael and Drew clashed over whether to confront Evelyn directly or wait for Diane to gather proof. Evelyn settled herself in the mansion as if she had always been there. She chose Monica's favorite chair in the living room. She strolled through the garden. She even hinted that she might redecorate. Tracy nearly exploded at that, yelling that Evelyn would never erase Lila's touch from the home. But Evelyn wasn't backing down. She said she wasn't there to erase history, she was there to reclaim her place in it. The tension grew unbearable. At one point, Olivia caught Evelyn rifling through Monica's personal things, claiming she was looking for letters that would prove her story. Olivia snapped at her, but Evelyn coolly insisted that Monica had left behind clues, and she was determined to find them. Soon, secrets began to surface. Old acquaintances of Monica's remembered a girl she had once spoken about, a sister she had been estranged from. Bits and pieces of Monica's past began to line up with Evelyn's story, enough to rattle the family. Tracy was enraged, refusing to believe it, but Ned admitted that there could be some truth to it. If Evelyn really was Monica's sister, the legal fight over the mansion would take on an entirely new weight. And with every day Evelyn spent inside the house, the more she began to act like its rightful mistress. She hosted a dinner in Monica's honor, shocking everyone by inviting half the town. She stood in the foyer and made a speech about family legacy and her determination to honor Monica's memory by living in the mansion. The Quartermaines were divided. Some wanted to throw her out immediately. Others hesitated, fearing that fighting her could backfire. The mansion became a pressure cooker of suspicion, resentment, and uncertainty. Evelyn thrived in it, almost as if she fed on the chaos. But the real question remained. Was she telling the truth, or was this an elaborate scam? Was Monica hiding a secret sister all these years, or was Evelyn a skilled con artist trying to take the Quartermaine legacy for herself? No matter the answer, one thing was certain: Evelyn's arrival had changed everything. What was meant to be Monica's farewell had instead become the beginning of a new Quartermaine war. A war over bloodlines, inheritance, and the very soul of the family mansion. The funeral crasher who claimed to be Monica's long-lost sister wasn't just an intruder, she was a catalyst. A spark that could ignite the next great Quartermaine feud. And in Port Charles, where secrets always come to light, one thing is guaranteed. The truth about Evelyn will come out. But by the time it does, the Quartermaines may never be the same again. Come back to our channel for all your updates. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe to my channel.